Hello and welcome. My name is Matt Taylor from Microcom Design. This is the 9th video in a GTX Quick Start series. In this video, we will be demonstrating how to set a password on the GTX to prevent modification. We will also go over how to clear the password. Continuing with the setup from the last video, we are connected to the GTX that we configured. We first need to open the GTX Control Window. This can be found under the Advanced menu, and by selecting the GTX Control menu option. This will bring up the GTX Direct Control window. We will be entering in commands into the XMIT command field, and the response will be seen below. We must first disable the GTX using the DTX command. This is because the password can only be changed if the GTX is disabled. To set the configuration password, we must use the cpw command. For this video, I am using the password 123. You can use any password up to 8 characters long. The password must be saved to the configuration. To do this, we must use the cfs command. If we wanted to clear the configuration password, we must use the command cpw equals period. Once we've changed the command, we must use the cfs command again to save the configuration. For this demonstration, I will keep the password set to 123 by entering the command cpw is equal to 123. And I need to remember to use the command cfs to save the configuration. Now we are done with the GTX control window, so we can click the close button. Since we will be using the GTX in the password protected mode, we must set up the GTX utility to request the password when changing settings in the GTX. This setting can be found under the Options and Preferences menu. This will open the GTX Configuration Preferences window, in which we will need to click on the Preferences tab. Once in the Preferences tab, we can check the Prompt for Password checkbox. Once that's checked, we can click the OK button. Now to check that the password is set, we can click the Configure/Control/Deploy GTX button. Then we can click the Retrieve Config from GTX button. This will load the configuration from the GTX into the GTX utility. Next, we can click the Yes on the confirmation dialog box. Now, if we click the Send Config to GTX button and Yes on the confirmation dialog box, we will be prompted for the password. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please call or email.